We're going to be talking about abdominals and how to effectively train your abdominals no matter what it is that you're doing. And this is really, really important because we can train our abdominals the right way or the wrong way throughout the entire course of the day. And I have the privilege of working with some amazing clients. And I have to say that probably the number one thing that most people come to me is that when we're working together, I spend our first session just teaching women how to breathe correctly, and then how to train those deep, deep abdominal muscles correctly. And the great thing about this is you can do this no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, and you should be training your abdominals with each and every exercise that you do. And there's a good reason for this. If you actually look at your body, right, your abdominals are holding in all of your organs. So there's no, if you push on this, there's no bone here. This is all just muscle. That is, there's a sheath of muscle that runs like this around your body called the transverse abdominals. And their purpose is to keep you upright. They help to engage your spinal column and keep your spinal column moving in a nice aligned motion. And they help to hold everything in. We call them the girdle. And they literally go pretty much from like your breastbone all the way to your pelvis. So they cover a large area, and their entire purpose is to draw everything in and to keep all of your organs in and to keep your back nice and supported. That's why we call this, your shoulder, really, all the way to your tailbone, your core, because your arms and your legs move away from your core. But with training your abdominals, there's a two-part technique that you can do all the time. And it's really, really important, especially any woman that's had a baby, has been pregnant, you know, everything's been pushed out, that we learn to re-engage these deep abdominal muscles. And there's two ways in which to do it. The first is breathing correctly. Did you know that babies instinctively breathe into their bellies? And somewhere around the age of 2, we stop breathing into our belly and we start breathing up here into our chest. Chest breathing is a sign of a lot of stress. Think of somebody hyperventilating, right? They're up here, right? But what we want to do is breathe down here. Our lower lungs come down here into our abdominal cavity. So first we want to breathe all the way into our bellies. And for women, this seems really counterintuitive, right? Because we're supposed to have these flat stomachs, right? So why would we breathe into our bellies? If we're breathing into our bellies, aren't our bellies going to look big then? Yeah, but at the same time, you're also training your abdominals because your lungs come all the way down here. So you should be breathing into your belly. This also lowers your stress level. So not only are you training your abdominals, but you're also training your body to reduce stress. So it's really easy. All you need to do is put a hand, this is step one. Step one to training your abdominals, learning how to breathe into your belly. And you'll hear yoga practice, Pilates, lots of martial arts talk about breathing into your belly. And you'll also hear personal trainers will say engage your core, and this is kind of what we're talking about. So when you put your hand here on your belly, you're going to take a nice deep breath, and you want to see your belly go out. As you exhale, draw that belly button into the spine. So you inhale, belly button gets big. Exhale, belly button draws all the way into the spine. So the key to this too is taking nice, long, slow breaths. So you breathe in nice and slow. Think of counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Usually we like the exhale to be slightly longer than the inhale. So you may inhale to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you get to that last final part of the exhale, you can feel that deep recruitment of the belly button into the spine. So you want to do that for about 10 repetitions, breathing in and then exhaling and breathing out. Now, the second part, step 2, to training your abdominals takes a string. So you may be able to see I have a piece of string here. You're going to take this string and you're going to tie it right off at the point of your belly button. Now you want to do this when you've taken that nice deep breath. So you're going to take a nice deep breath in, belly button goes out, just exhale just gently, and then tie the string tight at that point. So you're not drawing the abdominals in, you're just tying that string nice and tight while your abdominals lay loose. Good. Now it should be tight. You should be able to feel it against your skin. Good. Now you can see I can't really get my finger underneath here. Okay, so you're going to take a nice deep breath in. Really feeling that belly button against that string. Exhale completely. And now you should be able to get your fingers underneath that string. See, I can get all 4 fingers underneath my string. Perfect. Now you know and you have a way for your brain to connect to your body, for what your body is doing. And this is great because you're actually helping to retrain your brain to engage those deep abdominal muscles. So you take a nice deep breath in. Feel that string get taut. Exhale completely. Draw that belly button in, and now you've got space. Now, no matter what you are doing, let's say we're going to go down into a squat, right? We go down into a squat. You should still be able to fit your fingers underneath this band. If you are not, then you know you have let your abdominals hang out. Okay? So no matter what movement you do, you should be able to fit your fingers underneath that band the entire time. Regardless of whether or not you're lunging, same thing, should be able to fit your fingers underneath that band. Now, when you are retraining your abdominals, you may have to go ahead and get yourself reset between every exercise. That's perfectly fine, especially for new moms. It can be hard. Your abdominals have been out for 9 months. Trying to regroup them and retrain them to pull back in together can be really, really difficult to do. So you want to make sure that between each exercise, you take that nice inhale, exhale, draw the abdominals in, and now you go down into that squat and then come back up. No matter what exercise it is that you are doing, like I said, lunges, you may be doing a deadlift. Same thing. You should be able to have space. See, I can pick it all the way up here. You should be able to have space in your string to help you remember. And like I said, you may have to reset, and that's perfectly fine. But using this string allows you to be able to engage those transverse abdominals. That is your girdle that's holding in all your organs. The purpose of your abdominal muscles, it's not that 6-pack to get you to like move forward and back. I don't know how many people are doing this motion throughout the course of the day. I know I'm not. It reminds me of that bird going forward and back into the water. So keeping this and those deep abdominals engaged. And you can easily fit this string under your clothing, so that way as you're driving in the car, as you're standing or sitting at work, you can do this exercise throughout the whole course of the day to be able to retrain those deep abdominal muscles. That's what's keeping your spinal column supported, so that way your spine doesn't become at risk. See, if I'm reaching over this way, my string is tight now. But if I engage the abdominals, my string is loose. See, that is protecting the back and the spinal column. That's the purpose of those deep abdominal muscles. So they're very, 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 very important. So that's my two-step plan to retraining your abdominals, and that you should be doing with every single exercise that is out there. It's important for back health. It's important for stability and balance, and really making sure after time that you don't have that pooch, but that you have a really good drawing in, keeping your posture up nice and tall. All right, that is all for me today. I hope you enjoyed this nice video, and I am so glad that you were able to join us. Until next time, I'm Jocelyn Martin with Be Your Best Personal Training.